Ready to unlock the millionaire mind.
Let's do it.
We're diving deep into T. Harv Eker's Secrets of the Millionaire Mind today.
Yep.
It's a book that digs into the mental side of wealth, not just the, dollars and cents.
Right.
And get this.
Yeah.
One of Eker's most startling claims
Yeah.
is that resenting rich people is a major roadblock to becoming wealthy yourself.
It's true. He calls this wealth file. #6.
Oh, okay.
Rich people admire.
Okay.
Poor people resent.
Makes sense.
He believes those negative feelings towards the wealthy create a barrier in our own minds.
I mean, I get it. It's easy to fall into that trap of thinking like, oh, they got lucky or
Right.
must be nice.
Oh, yeah.
But Eker goes beyond just surface level envy
Yeah.
and shares a story about his Jaguar that really got me thinking.
Oh, the Jaguar story is a great example of how our perception of wealth can impact how others treat us.
Oh, yeah. How so?
Well, Eager noticed people were more aggressive towards him on the road after he bought this luxury car.
Oh,
They'd cut him off, make rude gestures.
yeah.
He even had things thrown at his car.
Oh, my gosh. Seriously.
Yeah.
Okay, I'd be lying if I said I haven't felt a twinge of,
I don't know.
well, maybe they shouldn't have bought such a flashy car when I hear stories like that.
Right.
But the point Eker's making is
Yeah.
that these reactions are rooted in our subconscious beliefs about wealth, right?
That's exactly it. It's not about condoning bad behavior,
Right.
but acknowledging that if we view wealth as something negative or undeserved,
Mm-hmm.
we might be subconsciously sabotaging our own chances of achieving it.
It reminds me of something else Eker talks about.
Okay.
His own aha moment while watching Oprah.
Oh, yeah.
He was watching Halle Berry discuss her $20 million movie contract and caught himself feeling resentful.
What's interesting about that moment is that Eker specifically mentions he was resentful that Barry hadn't earned it through what he considered real work. She hadn't struggled the way he had, yet here she was, reaping these massive financial rewards.
Wow, that adds a whole new layer to it.
Right.
It's like he was holding himself back with this unspoken belief that wealth had to be earned through a specific kind of struggle.
And that's precisely the kind of limiting belief Eker wants us to become aware of.
Okay.
He's not saying we should blindly celebrate every rich person,
Right.
but rather examine our own reactions to wealth and ask ourselves, are these reactions helping or hindering our own journey?
So if resenting the rich is off the table,
Yeah.
how does Eker suggest we view them?
Yeah,
He tackles that whole rich people are bad stereotype pretty head on.
he does. And he brings in some historical context that I found fascinating.
Okay, like what?
He references the writings of Russell Conwell,
Okay.
a Baptist minister and orator who, back in the late 1800s and early 1900s,
Okay.
argued that achieving wealth honestly was actually a form of preaching the gospel.
Wait, really? A minister saying getting rich is a good thing?
Yes.
That's definitely not the message I got growing up.
Right. Yeah.
What was Conwell's
Conwell believed that acquiring wealth allowed you to do more good in the world. He saw it as a responsibility,
Okay.
a way to make a positive impact.
Okay.
And this was during a time of intense social and economic change in America, when industrialization was creating vast fortunes, but also widening the gap between rich and poor.
So Conwell was pushing back against the idea that wealth was inherently evil.
Absolutely.
Okay.
He was challenging people to see wealth as a potential force for good,
Okay.
a resource that could be used to uplift communities and improve lives. And Eker clearly resonates with that perspective.
Yeah.
He even goes on to share a personal story about his own wealthy neighbors that further challenged his preconceived notions about the rich.
He initially assumed they'd be snobbish and out of touch, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
But he was surprised to find them incredibly kind, generous, and actively involved in philanthropy.
Oh, wow.
They were donating to charities, volunteering their time,
That's great.
and genuinely committed to giving back to their community.
That's a powerful example of how our assumptions about wealth can be totally off base.
Yeah.
It also seems to challenge that scarcity mindset we often hear about, the idea that there's only so much wealth to go around.
You got it. Eker is advocating for an abundance mindset.
Okay.
The belief that there is enough for everyone and that one person's success doesn't diminish another's.
Okay.
It's not a zero-sum game.
Right.
And to move towards that abundance mindset,
Yeah.
he introduces a fascinating concept from the Huna philosophy.
Okay.
This is where it gets really interesting.
I'm intrigued. Tell me more about this Huna philosophy. Okay, Huna philosophy. This
Yeah.
is totally new to me.
Right.
Fill me in.
Okay, so Huna is a set of ancient Hawaiian teachings
Okay.
that emphasizes the power of our thoughts and beliefs to shape our reality.
Mm.
One principle Eker highlights
Yeah.
is bless that which you want.
Okay.
Instead of envying or resenting wealth, he suggests we actively admire and bless it.
So if I'm driving past a beautiful mansion, instead of thinking, must be nice,
Right.
I should be thinking, bless those homeowners. May their success continue.
Exactly.
It sounds a little out there, but I'm intrigued.
It is about shifting our energy from negativity to positivity.
Okay.
Eker believes that by sending out positive vibes towards wealth and success,
Mm.
we're aligning ourselves with those things,
Okay.
making them more likely to come into our own lives.
I can see how that ties into the whole concept of manifestation, which has become really popular lately.
Right.
But Eker takes it a step further, right?
He does?
He actually suggests taking concrete actions to bless wealth.
He does.
What?
Well, he talks about writing letters of admiration to successful people we admire,
Oh, wow.
reading stories about financial achievements with a sense of blessing,
Mm-hmm.
even just consciously appreciating beautiful homes or businesses as symbols of abundance.
Oh, okay.
It's about training our minds to see wealth as a positive force.
It's like we're rewiring our brains to associate wealth with good feelings and positive outcomes, rather than negativity and resentment.
Yeah.
But doesn't Eker also acknowledge that money can be a source of power?
He does.
How does that fit in with this whole blessing thing?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Eker doesn't shy away from the fact that money is power.
Okay.
He actually argues it's our duty to become wealthy, so we can use that power for good.
Okay.
He challenges the idea that wealth and spirituality are at odds.
So it's not about rejecting wealth in the name of some higher moral ground,
Yo.
but actually embracing it as a tool to make a difference.
Exactly. He uses the example of his wealthy neighbors who were major philanthropists,
Right.
donating huge sums to charities and even providing free medical services to those in need.
Oh, wow.
He argues that money is often the engine behind things we value,
Okay.
funding research, supporting the arts, building schools and hospitals.
It makes you think about all the assumptions we have about rich people.
It does.
We often jump to the conclusion that they're greedy or selfish. But Eker is presenting a different narrative.
He's asking us to consider that wealth can be a vehicle for positive change,
Okay.
a way to amplify our impact on the world.
Yeah.
And that's a powerful message.
So if we buy into Eker's philosophy,
Right.
where do we begin?
Yeah.
How do we actually start shifting our mindset about wealth?
Eker emphasizes the importance of self-awareness.
Okay.
He encourages us to pay close attention to our reactions to wealth and success.
Mm-hmm.
Notice what thoughts and feelings come up.
Yeah.
Are they empowering
Okay.
or are they rooted in limiting beliefs?
It's like taking inventory of our mental programming,
Yeah,
seeing which beliefs might be holding us back from aligning with abundance.
exactly. Once we're aware of those limiting beliefs,
Right.
we can start to challenge them and replace them with more supportive thoughts.
And that's where the Huna principle of blessing comes in, right?
Right.
It's about consciously choosing to cultivate an energy of abundance and possibility,
Mm-hmm.
even if it feels a little weird at first.
Right.
It's about understanding that our thoughts and beliefs have power.
Yeah.
They shape our reality.
They do.
So if we want to attract wealth,
Right.
we need to start by aligning our mindset with that goal. It's
Exactly.
like we're reprogramming our internal GPS,
Yeah.
setting a new destination of financial abundance and charting a course to get there.
I love that analogy.
But does Eker really believe that simply changing our thoughts can actually change our financial reality?
Well,
It sounds a bit too good to be true.
he's firm in his belief that our inner world creates our outer world.
Okay.
He argues that our beliefs and attitudes about money directly impact our ability to earn it, manage it, and grow it.
I remember he even uses a pretty strong phrase. It's our godly duty to become rich.
Yes.
Eh.
And he backs it up not just with the Hujna philosophy,
Okay.
but also with historical examples like Russell Conwell's writings,
Right.
which argued that achieving wealth, honestly, is a virtue,
Yeah.
a way to contribute to society on a larger scale.
It's a thought-provoking perspective that really challenges that traditional money is the root of all evil kind of thinking.
It does.
He's pushing us to consider a different narrative.
Yeah.
One where wealth is seen as a resource that can be used for good, for personal growth, and for making a positive impact on the world.
Exactly.
This has been so insightful. For our listener who's diving deep into this with us,
Yeah.
what would you say is the key takeaway from Eker's Secrets of the Millionaire Mind?
Eker's message is ultimately one of empowerment.
Okay.
He's saying that we have the power to change our financial destiny.
Okay.
Not just by following financial tips and tricks,
Mm-hmm.
but by transforming our relationship with money at a fundamental level.
It's about recognizing that our beliefs and attitudes about wealth play a huge role in our ability to actually achieve it.
Exactly. And the first step is becoming aware of those beliefs,
Okay.
examining whether they're supporting us or holding us back.
It's like Eker's giving us a mirror, encouraging us to take a good look at our own reflections and see what beliefs might be lurking beneath the surface, influencing our financial reality without us even realizing it.
Right.
So it's like he's saying our outer world is just a reflection of what's going on inside.
Yeah.
So if we want to change our financial situation,
Right.
we need to start with our mindset.
That's a fantastic way to put it.
Okay.
He wants us to cultivate an internal environment that's fertile ground for wealth and success.
Mm.
A mindset that draws abundance in, not pushes it away.
So it's not about chasing money.
No.
It's about becoming the kind of person who attracts it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that means developing the right qualities and habits, the kind that support real wealth creation.
Like what are some of those millionaire mind traits Euchre talks about?
Well, he mentions things like positivity,
Okay.
reliability, focus, determination, persistence, and a strong work ethic, of course.
Right.
He also emphasizes the importance of energy, being good with people, and strong communication skills.
It's interesting he includes those people skills and communication. Those aren't the first things that pop into my head when I think about money.
Right, but they're absolutely crucial, no matter what field you're in.
Yeah.
Success relies on building relationships and getting your ideas across effectively.
So it's not just about the money.
Right.
It's about building a whole set of skills that create a successful, fulfilling life overall.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Those skills can be even more valuable than specific financial strategies in the long run.
I get it.
Yeah.
It's not enough to learn how to invest.
Right.
You have to become the kind of person others want to invest in.
Exactly.
Someone they trust and want to work with.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And that's where the inner work is so important.
Okay.
It's about cultivating those traits.
Yeah.
Character, integrity, competence that draw success to you.
I love how Eker blends personal development with money know-how.
I do too.
It's like he's saying you can't have one without the other.
Absolutely. He sees building wealth as a holistic process.
Okay.
Inner transformation, working hand in hand with taking action in the real world.
So to wrap up this deep dive for our listener,
Okay.
we've explored the idea that what we believe about wealth really does affect our ability to achieve it.
Yeah.
It's not about worshiping money,
Right.
but developing a mindset that supports abundance and success.
And remember, Eker challenges us to pay attention to our reactions to wealth and success in others. What thoughts and feelings come up for you?
Yep.
Are they helping you or holding you back?
Right.
That self-awareness is the first step towards real change.
It's been a fascinating journey into the millionaire mind.
It has.
So for our listener out there, we'll leave you with this. What are you going to start blessing today to attract more abundance into your life?